So I saw you on Adobe View last week, and there was one thing you said that I think you were wrong about, but you handle yourself pretty well. What people don't understand is guys like you and me are professionals. We go way, way back, okay? And when somebody pays you over a period of time, it's not classy to trash them, even if you want to trash them. Would you agree with that?
I took Fox's money for 23 years. I think it would be the height of ingratitude for me to then attack the people who put food on my family's table low these many years. I had lots of friends at Fox, you among them during the day, even though we had ferocious debates, you and I. We could, at the end of it, dust ourselves off and shake hands and go on to another day. I care deeply for a lot of them. I'll start naming them if you want. I got jammed up. It was one of those personality conflicts. I had a toxic relationship with one of the cast members on.
Yeah,
on
it was Gutfeld, but that's not what it was. That's not what it was.
Well,
Fox News now is not the same operation that it was 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Total management change, total philosophy change. Everything has changed. So dinosaurs like you and me, we don't belong there any longer. Because I know you for a long time, and you actually want to know the truth about whatever it may be. Am I correct in stating that?
Yes, you are.
Okay, and so do I. That's no longer in play, not at Fox specifically, anywhere. Any television news operation, the truth is about ninth down on the list. It's get the audience that is your choir and give the choir the song they want. And that's why Fox got in trouble with the voting machines. Okay, so you and I, we don't fit into that puzzle any longer. Still makes a lot of money, but not nearly what it did make. It's a deterioration across the board. And if you look at the popular polls, whether people trust the media or not, nobody trusts the media any longer because they know they're being patronized and lied to by a lot of these people. Am I wrong?
Well, I think that in terms of patronizing, I think for sure, whether they're conscious falsehoods, that's where Fox got in the big jam. When they discovered that a conscious falsehood, that is that the 2020 election was rigged, that Trump was the legitimate president, that he could use any means necessary to hold on to office. When they understood that there was an audience for that baloney, that's where Fox stepped off the cliff.
Of course, but if I were there at 8 o'clock, that never would have happened. You know it wouldn't have happened.
Well, I think that it would have been a whole different equation.
I blew that thing out of the water here on my independent news service. I blew that out of the water 3 weeks after the vote. I lost premium members. They didn't want to hear it. But if I were on Fox at that time, I would have blown that thing right out of the water and nobody would have gone up against me because that's how powerful the factor was. But they don't have that now. There's no control. Again, no control at CNN, no control at NBC News, ABC, CBS. They are running it's not a bunco operation. It's an operation that doesn't care about the truth. They care about money. Now, let me get into where I quibble with you on The View. I have investigated this as thoroughly as it can be investigated. Donald Trump did not instigate January 6th. He failed on the day because he panicked and he froze. But he didn't instigate it. He wasn't saying, I want violence at the Capitol. In fact, it didn't even occur to him that it might happen until early morning. And again, he didn't mobilize. He didn't do what he should have done by calling that off really fast in a hard way. He did not. But he didn't instigate it. And the week before proves it with the back and forth with the Pentagon, put the National Guard on alert, the back and forth with the Capitol authorities coming out of the White House. It's provable. That's why he has not been indicted on that insurrection business, and he won't be. Okay?
He was impeached.
But you said on The View that he instigated it, and you're wrong.
I believe, I have to clean up one thing, and then let me address that. What I want to clean up. It is not sufficient to say that everybody does it. Everybody.
I'm not saying that.
To get a rating. I think that what Fox did was unique. At least it was unique in terms of the paper trail left, the digital trail left, where they showed certain hosts saying something, then going on the air and saying something else. I think that was it. If it was not unique, it was certainly the most egregious example. Now, in terms of what Trump did, I supported Donald Trump, who I've known, as you have, for decades. I love this guy. I lost friends over the fact that I supported him. And he had a pretty good presidency. And he was a viable candidate for re-election. But when he lost, it was scant days. The last time
That's a whole different issue. That's a whole different issue. You're right.
Let me get to your issue. When the last time Trump used to call my house every week without fail. The last time we spoke was Friday, the 13th of November. I said, "What are you going to do?" He said he's a realist. So I said, "Okay, he's a realist. It's a slow count, extraordinary circumstances, the pandemic and so forth. He'll see the light as we are all seeing the light." He never did. In fact, he went the opposite direction. He got more and more irrational in terms, in my opinion, you give your opinion, let me give my opinion. In my opinion, he got more and more irrational, more and more radicalized. He screwed up the vote in Georgia because he was such an egotist about it. And then if he did not incite that riot, who did? It wasn't a spontaneous combustion.
Listen, there's a difference. There's a difference between incite and instigate. So you can make a subjective argument that because he was so vehement that the election was fixed, that led these people to violence. You can make that philosophical argument. But the argument that the View ladies are making is that he wanted that violence at the Capitol. That's not true, and I know it's not true. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.